tomorrow is the FireKeepers Casino 400 at Michigan, and I'm going to tell you what to expect between who looks good, who might not do so good, and who might somehow pop in there and do good when they weren't expected to. But Michigan, great track. 2-mile D-shaped oval. You go 219 miles an hour going into turn one, then you got to hit the brakes. Average, or not the average, the qualifying lap I think was like a 205 miles average around the track by Kurt Busch. He had a very fast lap. Fastest lap since 2014 when the track record was set by Jeff Gordon. The cars have changed. The packages have changed. The spoiler was a little higher. Downforce was different. I mean, cars are completely different. They look kind of the same, but they're completely different now. But obviously, Kurt Busch, pretty fast lap. Ninth practice earlier today. It was rain shortened. So obviously, weather to look out. I think the Xfinity race is going on right now. But if it does rain again, the rubber will get completely washed off the track. Track will be clean. It'll be a new racing surface, basically. It'll be interesting to watch. But that's that for that. That's a lot of that. Moving on, who do I think will perform this weekend? The biggest disappointment of the qualifying was Kyle Larson. He's won 3 straight at Michigan. Can he keep a streak alive? Maybe. I'll tell you at the end how I feel. He qualified 26th. And it starts from winning those 3 straight, 9th, 12th, and 1st. So his worst was 12th. And one of them he restarted 4th and he split the middle, got the win. That was impressive. That was one heck of a restart. But obviously, Kyle Larson, very good at these type of tracks. He's got a win at Auto Club. He's got 3 at Michigan, and then 1 at Richmond, which is basically a smaller Michigan. So he's got that. But he's definitely one of the favorites. I'd put him on your fantasy lineup, or if you're putting money on him, I don't know. Whatever you want to do, you can always rely on Larson at Michigan. He's just so good. I mean, last year, that last race, he wasn't even running top 10 the whole race, and he shows up on the final restart and takes the win with like 3 to go. Chase Elliott, he's always run good historically. In his 4 races, he has 3 second-place finishes and an 8th-place finish. Some of those second-place finishes, he just had a crappy restart, and he lost the lead. Both the 2016s. So he's definitely someone you should keep an eye on, who should be a favorite for this weekend's race to run well. Qualified 13th. Logano, he is also very good at Michigan. He has a few wins there. 2013, 2016, those are what I can think of. He lost one in 2014 on a restart to Jeff Gordon. That was the one where Gordon got the record for the qualifying. He also won that race. Logano's run very well at Michigan. I'd definitely look out for him too. He could be a threat. He's starting in the top 5, starting 5th place. And then Kurt Busch, the pole sitter, obviously, as I said, fast car. Definitely watch out for him. If you win the pole, you got a fast car. So you can't mess with the pole sitter. He also has the number 1 pit stall, which can end up being big at the end of a race. There are definitely people who are going to be like, why didn't you say Kyle Busch or Kevin Harvick for your favorite? I think they're automatic favorites every week. They're just implied, okay? So they're implied. They're in spirit, okay? Just deal with it. But moving on to who I think could surprise, Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth is starting 14th, 15th, 6th, 7th, 19th. He's a veteran driver in a car, car. It's not like a Superb like he had last year in the Joe Gibbs car, and it's not like a Timmy Hill car. So he's in a meh car. Drives same stuff as Stenhouse. Stenhouse has been doing pretty good this year. I'm actually impressed with how he's been running compared to years past, so got to give it to him. He's been performing well this year. Trevor Bayne's basically getting fired. I mean, Kenseth's been stepping in for him. Matt Kenseth has been running decent. He actually had a good race last week at Pocono, better than anything Trevor Bayne could do. Man. So he qualified 19th. I wouldn't be surprised if he was up there contending for a top 10 near the end of the race. He's had some pretty good performances at Michigan in the past. Just look at that 2015 late summer race, I think. He dominated that from the pole. He led a lot of laps and won that race, so he definitely knows how to get around this place, so watch out for him. Another one, Alex Bowman, I just got a feeling that, he's looked good there in the past. When he was filling in for Junior, I think he was running top 5 and he had like a mechanical issue or something. So, I mean, he's definitely got the potential to do good at Michigan. I'm not saying he's a lock or anything to like put in your fantasy lineup or anything. But he's definitely, if you have races to burn on someone, I'd say him because, he's actually run pretty good there. He had a really good lap in the second round of qualifying that I was impressed by. I think it was 6th fastest. It was the second or first round, but it was a very impressive lap. So he's got the car. He's got a pretty good crew chief. Got good equipment. Another guy, he shouldn't really be considered a surprise because he won last week. He won the championship last year after winning 8 races, but he qualified 17th. So, I mean, I kind of had to put him under this category. Martin Truex Jr., he won at Auto Club. Very dominant race win there. He won stages 1, 2, and 3. And the race. 1, 2 in the race. But he's obviously got the skill to win anywhere. I mean, just look at... I mean, he won a lot of mile and a half last year, but he's won at Watkins Glen. He's won at Dover. He's won at the Auto Club. He's won at Charlotte, Kansas, Chicago. I mean, just... he's very talented. Very talented driver. I met him once. He's a cool dude. We're like best friends. Best friends. But, anyways, I think that he could definitely contend for not just a top 10, but he could contend for a win. Him and that team have shown that they can not only go up, dominate a race and win, but they can come from the back and win like they did last year at Charlotte. So, that's who I think could be surprising for this race and pop in for a top 10, top 5, maybe even contend for a win this weekend. Who do I think is going to disappoint this week? I think there's a few guys. One guy, he's always a disappointment in my mind. I think he's the most not most overrated. He's one of the most overrated drivers right now. I mean, don't even get me started. I could probably make a separate video on why I don't like him. Austin Dillon. Childress has actually been running pretty good the past few weeks, those cars. But I don't think he's going to perform that well this weekend. I just don't see him. He qualified 16th. I don't see him going anywhere from there. It might be a mid-20 race for him. I just feel like it's going to be a mid-20 race for him. Another guy, Stenhouse, he qualified somewhere. Qualified 7th. Last week he didn't have that great of a race. He finished 14th. He might have a bad week. I just don't... Yeah, I haven't really seen any great results for him at Michigan that I can think of. But you never know, he could. And this one, it's definitely hard to pick against this guy. But he has one win at this track, and he's lost in God knows how many ways. Jimmy Johnson, I mean, seriously, he's had like a tire go down with 1 to go. He's had run out of fuel when he had like a 2-second advantage or something. He has the worst luck at this track. When he did get that win, that last lap, he was probably like, don't blow up, car don't blow up, car don't blow up. But he was probably grabbing the steering wheel so tight and just barely going down the straightaway. But anyways, moving on. He had a poor qualifying segment. He qualified like 20th or something poor, 20th. And, as I said, his history at Michigan is not that great. Hendrick's they've been improving. They've definitely been improving. They got 2 cars in the top 10 last week. But I just don't think Jimmy's going to get it done. Maybe a top 15. But that's even bad for the 48 team. That's what I feel. I think they're going to disappoint this weekend, honestly. Who do I think is going to win? This is going to surprise a lot of you guys. The number, let me see where he is. The number 66 of Timmy Hill. You know what's going to happen lap 1. Lap 1, Kurt Busch is going to lose his transmission. He's going to get bumped, wreck Keselowski, 30 cars are going to wreck. It's going to be between him, BJ McLeod, Landon Castle, Greg Galding, and Ty Dillon. And on the last restart with 6 to go, it's going to be Timmy Hill and Ty Dillon. They're going to be the only 2 drivers left on track. Timmy Hill's going to get the best restart of all time, pass Ty Dillon, lap Ty Dillon because he's that good, and win this race. Timmy Hill is going to win this race this weekend. For real. Okay. This actually might be a little surprising. Starting 26th in the number 42 Credit One Bank Chevy, Kyle Larson. I just think that Kyle Larson knows how to get it done at Michigan. 4 in a row, Kyle Larson's going to win. He's going to blow through the pack early, let's be honest. He's going to run about, 8th to 14th, about 199 laps of the race. There's going to be a caution as, let's see, who will it be? Kevin Harvick's going to be coming to the white flag. He's going to be halfway through 3 and 4. Caution's going to come out because Clint Boyler, his teammate, is going to get dumped by Denny Hamlin. And Kyle Larson's going to go 2 tires. No, he's going to go no tires. Everyone else is going to go 2 or 4. Kyle Larson's going to get a heck of a restart. He's going to win the race. It's a crazy specific prediction, but my point is Kyle Larson will somehow manage to win this race. Kyle Larson will go for 4 in a row at Michigan this weekend. Can Kevin Harvick win again? Can Kyle Busch win again? Can Kyle Larson win his 4th in a row? These are the headlines. Can Kurt Busch get a win? His first one of the season from the pole. We got a lot of big names this weekend, as I said. But that's what I have for the race this weekend. The finals video will come later tonight. Obviously a disappointing result, but we're going to have to live through it for however long.